Comfort is temporary. Pain is temporary. But what you build, that stays. You don't train for today. You train for the name that will remain when you go. I saw people quit when it got quiet, when no one clapped or cared. They wanted fast recognition, but weren't built to be prepared. I chose the long road, where nobody stays, where discipline walks alone through endless days. While they chased applause, I chased respect from the man in the mirror I hadn't met yet. I asked myself one question every time I felt small: will this choice build comfort, or something that outlives it all? Comfort whispers, legacy roars. I choose legacy over comfort every time it hurts. I choose the long road over temporary perks. I wasn't built for easy, I was built to endure. I don't live for relief, I live for something more. I train when the mirror lied, when progress moved slow, when doubt crept into my head, asking why I still go. I train with empty stomachs and a full mind of pressure, because greatness isn't luck, it's unpaid labor. Every drop of sweat unpaid, every scar unseen. That's the price of becoming what others only dream. They rest when tired, I rest when finished, because legacy demands everything you can give it. Comfort feels good today, legacy feeds generations. I choose legacy over comfort, over fear and relief. I choose pain with meaning over painless defeat. When my body begs me stop, I remember the cost. Comfort fades with time. Legacy never gets lost. Earn it, carry it, pass it on. There were nights I questioned everything, my strength, my path, my name, when silence felt heavier than any barbell pain. But legacy doesn't speak softly, it waits until you're tested. It shows up when excuses die and comfort feels offended. That's when I understood this was bigger than me. I wasn't just shaping muscle, I was shaping identity. I wasn't training to look strong, I was training to be unbreakable. So when life applied pressure, I'd remain stable. What you avoid today will control you tomorrow. What you endure today will free you from sorrow. Nobody remembers how comfortable you were. They remember what you stood for when comfort was an option, and you said no. Build up, one bell, slow down. Build up, in habits. Build up, breathe. for the name that will be spoken when you're not in the room. That is legacy. His legacy. You don't owe the world comfort. You owe it your best. Train for the name that will be spoken when you're not in the room. That is legacy. You don't owe the world comfort. You don't owe the world comfort. You don't owe it your best. Pray for the name that will be spoken when you're not in the room. That is legacy. You don't owe the world comfort. You don't owe the world comfort. You don't train for the name that will be spoken when you're not in the room. Motivation is loud. Discipline is quiet. Motivation visits. Discipline lives here. When feelings fail, this is what remains. I don't wait for perfect timing. I don't ask how I feel, because feelings change with weather, but discipline stays real. Some days I wake up heavy, mind clouded, body sore, but routine doesn't ask questions, it just points me to the door. I've learned consistency isn't pretty or fast. It's boring, it's brutal, and that's why it lasts. No speeches in the mirror, no promises to break, just a schedule written in pain, and a choice I'll always make. They rely on motivation, I rely on proof. I'm made of discipline, not motivation, built by routine, not celebration. When feelings collapse and confidence slips, discipline stands and never quits. I trained on days I felt invisible, on nights I felt ignored. I trained when nothing felt rewarding, when progress felt bored. I learned early motivation lies, it promises quick reward, but discipline tells the truth and demands payment up front. Every rep was unexciting, every set felt the same, until one day I realized repetition rise because it's time. I'm made of discipline, cold and exact. I don't chase feelings, I follow the pact. I'm made of discipline, hard to the core. When comfort calls my name, I answer with more. Show up, lock in, show up again. I felt nothing, no fire, no spark inside. Just movements memorized and a will that wouldn't die. That's when discipline revealed its most important truth. You don't need passion to brew, you need obedience to the rules. I stopped romanticizing struggle, stopped chasing adrenaline highs. I focused on the boring work that slowly changes lives. Set after set, day after day, no shortcuts, no excuse. That's how you build a body and a mind no fear can use. Some people wait for purpose, I built mine with time. Brick by brick, rep by rep, line by line. I didn't become disciplined, his life was fair. I became disciplined because life didn't care. I'm made of discipline, trumped how I feel. I don't need belief, I need something real. I'm made of discipline, and that's the truth. When everything fades, there's still more. One day motivation will abandon you, discipline never will. That's why I trust it, with my body, with my mind, with my life. Everybody loves the comeback. Nobody loves the bleeding part. They want the strength, they don't want the suffering. But this is how it really works. You bleed first, then you rise. I've hit the floor more times than I can count or admit. Face down, lungs empty, wondering if this was it. Every failure felt personal, every loss carved deep. I learned early on, pain doesn't ask you to be ready. I've tasted dirt and silence, I swallow pride and fear. I've questioned my own worth more times than I'll ever share. But something kept me breathing, something kept me alive. A voice beneath the chaos saying, get up, try. Pain didn't break me, it introduced me to myself. Bleed, then rise, fall, then stand. Every scar is proof you're still in command. Then rise, this is the test. days my body showed up, but my spirit felt gone. I watched others quit quietly, disappear without a sound. They chose relief over purpose, chose comfort over ground. But I stayed with the discomfort, I stayed when it hurt the most, because I know growth lives somewhere beyond what I could almost do. Every rep reopened wounds, every set asked for more, and every drop of blood inside me whispered, you're not done yet. If pain shows up uninvited, I'm teaching where I stand. Breathe, then rise. Break, then rebuild. Every setback sharpens everything you feel. Breathe, then rise. No escape, no rest. You don't grow by surviving. You grow by being tested. Fall down, get up. Fall down, get up. Some wounds don't show on skin, they live behind the eyes. Self-doubt, regret, old failures, waiting for the right night. They hit when I'm exhausted, when my guard is low. They tell me all the reasons why I should let this go. But I've learned pain lies too, it pretends this is the end, when really it's just a moment where strength is about to begin. So I breathe through the shaking, I stay when I wanna flee, because I see what quitting does, and it's worse than hurting me. If this is suffering, then let it teach. If this is weakness, then let it speak. Let it show me what I still lack, so I can come back stronger than that. You don't rise because it's easy. You rise because staying down would destroy you. This pain isn't punishment, it's preparation. Flee, don't hide from it, then get up. Toed up, hands tight, jaw set. I refuse to fold. Every time I break, I come back colder. I earn my place, pain calls my name into this place. You don't need to be fearless, you just need to refuse to stay down. Bleed if you must, but rise every time. Don't hide from it. Every time. Don't hide from it. Every time. Every time. The mirror doesn't care about excuses. It doesn't remember what you said you would do. It only remembers what you actually did. Look closer. It's the only judge that matters. I stand here staring at myself. I stand here staring at myself under cold white light. Every flaw is screaming loud, every strength earned in fight. No filters, no distractions, no stories left to sell. Just skin scars and silent truth that I know too well. This reflection's on my laziness, it's on my discipline too. It remembers every promise I broke or followed through. You can lie to the world all day, but this glass remembers everything. The mirror never lies, it shows who paid the price. It knows the nights I stayed when quitting felt so right. The mirror never lies, no mercy, no disguise. If I want a stronger tomorrow, I earn it in my eyes. I remember standing here before, hating what I saw inside. A body full of wasted time, a man afraid to try. Back then I blamed the world, the timing, the pain, the past. But the mirror kept asking one thing: how long will this last? So I made a quiet decision, no speeches, no parade. I stopped negotiating with weakness and started getting paid. Paid in sweat, paid in suffering, paid in lonely nights. Every drop became a break in the man I'm now alive. The mirror didn't change, I did. The mirror never lies, it counts every rep. It knows when I gave less and when I gave my best. The mirror never lies, it remembers the days when I showed up broken and worth anyway. Look again, earn it. Some mornings I avoid my eyes, I don't like what they reveal. Fatigue painted on my face, truth I don't wanna feel. Because the mirror doesn't judge intent, it judges consistency. It doesn't care how bad I want it, only how much I bleed. I've learned confidence isn't gifted, it's built rep by rep. And respect isn't asked for, it's something you collect. Every session writes a sentence, every failure leaves a mark. And the mirror reads it all, in the quiet, in the dark. If I hate what I see tomorrow, that means I betrayed myself today. No one else needs to believe in you. No one else needs to approve. But when you stand here alone and look yourself in the eyes, you better be able to say, I didn't quit. Build up again. The mirror never lies. The mirror this mirror will stop reflecting me. But until then, I'll make sure it has something worth remembering. No one else needs to believe in you. No one else needs to approve. But when you stand here alone and look yourself in the eyes, you better be able to say, I didn't quit. Build up. Build up. Build up. One day this mirror will stop reflecting me. But until then, I'll make sure it has something worth remembering. One day, one day, Three in the morning, no audience, no noise, just the sound of breathing, and the truth you can't escape. This hour doesn't care who you pretend to be. It only reveals who you are. City lights are fading out, windows dark, streets asleep. While the world hits pause and dreams, I'm negotiating with fatigue. Alarm cuts through the silence, cold floor on bare feet. Every instinct screams stay down, but discipline doesn't repeat. No mirrors full of confidence, no hype to steal my doubt. Just iron waiting patiently to find out what I'm about. They think strength wakes up loud. Mine rises without a sound. Forged at 3 a.m. when nobody's there, when excuses feel reasonable and quitting feels fair. Forged at 3 a.m. cold, tired, alone. That's where the weak turn back and the strong are born. Coffee tastes like commitment, pain sharpens every breath. Each step toward the rack feels like a vote against regret. No cameras rolling stories, no motivational speech, just repetition carving purpose into something permanent in me. I've learned the night tells no lies, it strips the ego clean. If you show up at this hour, you already know what you mean. Every rep feels heavier now, count of every scar. My mind keeps count of every doubt. Both of them try to pull me down. Only one of them gets to speak now. I've drained through sickness, through heartbreak and loss. I've dragged myself here at whatever the cost. Not because I felt inspired, not because I felt brave, but because consistency is the only thing that saved me. The night doesn't cheer, it doesn't care, it just asks one question: will you still be here? This is the hour where excuses sound intelligent, where quitting feels logical, where nobody would blame you except the man you'll see in the mirror tomorrow. So lift, even when it hurts, especially when it hurts. Be tight, tight, brace. Fours at 3 a.m. I earn my name while comfort sleeps. I step into flame. No witness, no crown, just discipline proving I won't break down. My legs are shaking, my breath is thin, but this is the space where growth begins. I don't chase the palm, I chase the promise I made, that no virgin of me would ever again be afraid. When my vision blurs and time feels slow, I remember exactly why I can't let go. Because tomorrow demands what tonight builds, and I refuse to arrive unprepared and weak-willed. Some people want balance, some want peace of mind. I wanted something harder, I wanted proof I survived. So I chose the hour that nobody defends, because discipline grows best where comfort is. Fours at 3 a.m. when the world is gone, that's where I soften my edge, that's where I carry on. No light, no fame, just a man and his promise burned into his name. If you can win this hour, the rest of the day is easy. Tomorrow I'll test you again, and I'll be at 3 a.m. Nobody claps at 5 in the morning. Nobody cheers when your lungs are burning and your hands are shaking. This isn't for attention. This is for survival. taught me to be loud, to show resistance. This road never asked my name. It only asked how much I'd pay. I showed up when no one cared. Lights half broken, cold dead air. No cameras, no friendly eyes, just iron waiting for a lie. They said, rest, you've done enough. They said, you don't need this pain. But comfort never built a man, it only keeps them entertained. While they chase motivation, I chase routine. Because motivation talks, but discipline moves me. No applause needed, no crowd, no sound. I don't need permission to break myself down. No applause needed, no spotlight glow. This pride was never meant for the world to know. No applause needed, no praise required. I don't need encouragement, I'm already wired. I've trained through birthdays missed, through messages left unread. I've carried weight on my back, while pressure lived in my head. Some nights I questioned everything. Why this path, why this cause? But quitting would have hurt more than everything I lost. This room doesn't lie to me, it gives exactly what I give. Every rep is a receipt for the life I choose to live. Pain became my language, sweat became my proof. While they talked about results, I built an unshakable truth. No one owes me belief, no one owes me respect. Everything I stand on now is something I earned in debt. No applause needed, no praise required. I don't need encouragement, I'm already wired. No applause needed, I came alone. And if I make it out alive, I'll make it on my own. Earn it, earn it. Set by set. There were days my body broke before the workout even started. Mind looking for an excuse, heart already guarded. That's when discipline spoke up, quiet, calm, and cold. It said you don't need to feel ready, you just need to do what you told. So I moved without emotion, no hype, no fire inside, just commitment dragging me forward, while motivation stayed behind. If no one ever sees this, if no one ever knows, let my strength be enough. Let my growth be the reward. The clap when you're finished, the praise when it's easy to admire. But where were they when you were drowning in self-doubt and still showed up? That's right. Nowhere. Build up. Breathe. Whip. No applause needed. I paid the price. Every scar I carry is a personal sacrifice. for attention. I train for alignment, body and mind moving together under total confinement. No shortcuts, no hacks, no secret to sell, just consistency weaponized until weakness fell. When fatigue starts screaming and forming gears to shake, that's where the difference lives between men who quit and men who stay. Validation fades, strength remains, crowds disappear, discipline stays. No applause needed, no reason to pretend. I didn't come this far just to stop at the end. No applause needed, no crowd, no throne. I built this body, this mind when I was on my nobody ever notices. Good. That means some days I wake up ready to fight the world. Some days I'm the world I need to fight. No enemy ever hurt me more than the voice inside my own head. This is not a story about winning. This is a story about not quitting. Every morning feels like war. No medals hanging on the wall, no one cheering from the door. Just me answering the call. I carry doubt like extra weight. Fear whispers reasons to delay, but discipline doesn't negotiate. It drags me here anyway. I've tried comfort, I've tried escape, I've tried silence, I've tried blame, but nothing shuts the noise inside like iron screaming through the pain. They think strength is confidence, they think courage never shakes. They never met the version of me that shows up scared and lifts the weight. I'm the villain and the hero, same scars, same skin. I destroy myself daily just to rebuild again. No excuses, no mercy, no place to hide. I don't need an enemy, I fight the one inside. Some nights I replay every loss, every word I should have said, every time I almost quit, every beatman in my head. I remember who doubted me, I remember who walked away, but the loudest voice of all is the one that begs me to stay the same. My hands are shaking, lungs on fire, vision blurred, legs about to fold. This is where most people stop, this is where I'm bored again, cold. If I fail, it's on my name. If I win, I earn the flame. No excuses left to use, no one else could blame. I'm the villain and the hero, same blood, same war. I break myself in pieces, then demand a little more. No applause, no savior, no divine sign, just discipline versus weakness every single time. Break it down. The frame. I never saw the nights alone, the empty phone, the silent pain, the weight that crushed me to the bone. I trained while life fell apart, while friendship slowly died. I didn't lose myself in chaos, I forged myself inside. I learned the truth no one admits. Motivation fades fast, but habits formed in suffering are the ones that last. If I rest, guilt screams louder. If I quit, regret survives. So I choose the pain that grows me over comfort that slowly dies. You want peace? Earn it. You want confidence? Build it. You want respect? Outlast yourself. No one is coming. No one is watching. This is between you and the man you're afraid to become. Breathe in, brace, lift. I'm the villain and the hero. Same fight, new day. I face myself in the mirror and refuse to walk away. I don't train to feel good, I train to survive. Because weakness doesn't rest, and neither do I. Pain doesn't scare me anymore. It just tells me where to go. Every limit that I touch is a lie I used to know. When my body begs for mercy, my mind starts to crack. That's the exact moment I push a little past. I don't chase motivation, I don't wait to feel strong. I move because I promise myself I drove that wrong. Some men pray for easier lives, others pray for straight. I stopped praying for less weight and started asking for more length, more road, more struggle, more nights like this. Because growth lives where comfort quits. I'm the villain. I'm the villain. I'm the villain. I'm the villain. I may never silence the enemy in my head, but I can outwork him, outlast him, outgrow him. And tomorrow we fight again. Nobody counted my reps, nobody tracked my days. They only see the end result, not the nights I paid. I trained while life fell apart, while friendships faded out. Silence sharpened my focus, doubt taught me how to shout. I was built in silence, no crowd, no sound. While they talked behind my back, I was breaking ground. preparation. Loneliness became the fight. Discipline, my education. Silence doesn't weaken. Silence doesn't weaken. Silence doesn't weaken. It reveals. Silence doesn't weaken. 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 It reveals. It reveals. Silence doesn't weaken. Silence doesn't weaken. Silence doesn't weaken. Silence doesn't weaken. He's silent. Silence doesn't weaken. Nobody comes in my lips. Nobody comes in my lips. Nobody. Nobody counts in my reps. Nobody counts. Nobody counts in my reps. Nobody counted my reps. Nobody counted my reps. Nobody. Nobody counted my reps. Nobody counted my reps. Nobody counted my reps. Nobody counted my touched my skin. He's never raised this free. Every inch was paid in suffering. Every scar remembers my name. I tried shortcuts once or twice. They led me nowhere. that builds something meant to last. I'm sculpted by pain, shaped by strain, every tear left alive, every failure left aside. I'm sculpted by pain, call me insane, but the man in the mirror was built in the rain. Hands shaking, lungs on fire, vision blurred by sweat. I didn't quit when it hurt, I quit doubting myself instead. Art is violent, creation scars. You don't admire the statue until you see the hammer marks. Sculpted by pain, shaped by strain, every tear left alive, every failure left aside. I'm sculpted by pain, sculpted by pain, sculpted by pain, sculpted by pain, sculpted by pain. You don't admire the statue until you see the hammer marks. Final. Comfort never touched my skin. 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 touched my skin. Comfort never touched my skin. Touch my skin. Comfort never. Comfort never touched my never touched my skin. Personal life fell apart. Friends disappeared, silence grew, while the world kept moving fast. I stayed locked inside this room, steel on steel, breath on fire. This place knows my real name. No applause, no desire, just pain teaching me to change. They pray on their knees, I bleed on the floor. Different rituals, same war. Iron is my church, pain is my prayer. Every rep I suffer pulls me out of despair. No mercy, no curse, just truth in the dirt. Iron is my church, and I worship the hurt. And I worship the hurt. Mirrors don't lie, they expose every weakness I hide inside. I came here broken, alone I leave rebuilt. My personal life fell apart. My personal life fell apart. Oh, my personal life. My personal life. Personal life. Personal life. My personal life fell apart. My personal life fell apart. My personal life fell apart. My personal life. My personal life. My personal life. My personal life fell apart.